Yo-Yo. The toy's so nice, they named it twice. But is its use only as a toy? Or can it be used as a weapon? Or a sport? Or a gizmo, with the power to bring different types of people together? Welcome to the world of yo-yos. While the exact origin of the yo-yo is up for dispute, the first depiction of a yo-yo can be found on a Greek vase dating all the way back to the 5th century BC. It wasn't until the 1920s that the toy was popularized in America. Filipino immigrant Pedro Flores worked as a bellhop in Santa Barbara, California, where he liked to impress guests with his yo-yo gadget he brought from the Philippines. Recognizing genuine interest in his toy, Flores started the Yo-Yo Manufacturing Company in 1928 to sell yo-yos across California. Flores' company and the rights to the yo-yo were quickly purchased by American entrepreneur Donald Duncan of Duncan Toys, who began selling yo-yos across the country. As a marketing scheme, Duncan fabricated the myth that yo-yos were once an ancient Filipino weapon in an effort to make the toy more appealing to children's most violent inclinations. The perpetuation of this myth is evident by the 1983 James Bond film Octopussy, when Bond is attacked by a Far Eastern yo-yo assassin. The yo-yo's impact on culture has been powerful, yet its science is so simple. This is Dr. Paul Chaikin, professor of physics at NYU.
Yo-yos are great. There's lots of physics involved in it. There are essentially two main principles that are involved. One is the conservation of angular momentum. And the way a yo-yo works is when you flip it down, along with the motion going down, because it's on a curved surface, you end up spinning, turning around the yo-yo. And that energy is stored. Here we have angular momentum, and you see it continue spinning, and that angular momentum down there also stores energy, and we can recover that back by essentially coupling to that rotation by friction. And that's essentially how a yo-yo works.
Simple, right? But how can something so simple be contorted in ways so complex? On the campus of MIT, you'll find Alex Hattori, 6-time national yo-yo champion and second in the world, a true yo-yo master.
So I started yo-yoing in middle school when a group of my friends were playing with yo-yos, and I just thought it was interesting, so I picked one up and never stopped since then. I started yo-yoing, and then maybe a month after that I won my first competition, which was a rookie division. And then I kept on practicing, and then a year and a half later I placed second at Worlds. One of the more unique things about the way I yo-yo is how clean my routines usually are in terms of accuracy. So I miss very few tricks on stage, and I think that kind of comes down to the way I practice. So I have a very scheduled way that I practice, where I practice every trick over and over and over until I hit it perfectly every time. And pretty much I practice every trick until I can do it in my sleep. So outside of yo-yoing, I'm also a senior studying robotics at MIT. So I spend virtually all my free time in the machine shop. It's not as hard as it looks. Pretty much anyone can pick up a yo-yo, and within the course of a couple days, they can start to do all the basic tricks. I don't think I'll ever stop yo-yoing.
Alex is an extraordinary talent, American yo-yo royalty, but he is hardly the common man in the yo-yo community. So, who is the everyday yo-yo master? For that, we turn to Washington Square Park in New York City. Every Sunday from 2 to 4 p.m., you'll find the New York City Yo-Yo Club, meeting up at the northeast corner of Washington Square Park.
I'm a budget director for a New York City council member.
I like hanging out, watching movies.
I am a professional barista.
All the time I'll be like yo-yoing outside or whatever, and somebody will come up to me, and if they're really young or if they're really old, it's like there's always something you can connect with them about, like whether it's like a yo-yo they had in the 80s or like something they saw on Instagram.
I've been yo-yoing for probably 14, 15 years. The New York Yo-Yo Club is by far the most tight-knit and long-lasting community I've ever been a part of in regards to yo-yo. It's just a group of really, really great, driven, creative, and diverse people.
I saw a kid, and he was on camera mode, and he was walking forward, looking through the iPad, through camera mode.
That's so sad, because his real eyes work and he can just see the world. But with yo-yo, you can see the world and experience fun in it.
I'm really hoping to help find a way to break yo-yo back into the masses and show people the benefits of it. The social aspect of it is phenomenal, you know, because when you're hanging out with someone and you're yo-yoing, you are just focused on that and you're using your hands, and it just creates this environment of like a real connection with someone. I think it should be pushed as something, you know, that we could get kids on that's away from a screen, that's doing something productive and like, you know, focusing on the real world. So hopefully that can happen.